Hi everyone, Deli's here. Welcome to my channel, aka Stamper Girl. The other day I created a tag and the recording wasn't the greatest one, so I'm gonna try to recreate that tag. That tag is for the tag a day November that Donnie's Dream is creating. And this was the tag that I created. It was using the Peppermint Mocha Season by Not Too Shabby. Tons of texture that I created. I'm going to try to recreate that tag today. Maybe with some of the same colors, maybe with different colors. We'll see. This is the card that I created. So I care. I love the unexpected color. Okay. Let me show you this set. It's adorable. Again, but not too shabby. It has the coffee cup, of course. And then it has a gingerbread man, candy cane, a bonbon, a peppermint patty, and then two gingerbread cookies or sugar cookies, and then 3 sentiments. Move over pumpkin spice. Here comes peppermint. Happy peppermint mocha season and peppermint kisses and gingerbread wishes, which was the one that I use here, but I trimmed just to send gingerbread wishes because of the colors of the card. Okay. I'm going to put it aside. Okay. First thing first, I'm going to move this aside. I already have my stamp on a block, and I'm going to be using this gray by Crafty Colors by Crafting Kimi Stamps. It is a hybrid ink, so it is okay to use with watercolors, with Copic, any alcohol markers, whatever you have. Okay. I have 2 tags because I'm going to show you a little bit of a difference in terms of paper. This first tag that I am stamping is on hammer mail. I think it's 100. Don't mind it at all, but it is not watercolor paper, okay? And that's actually the one that I use for this guy. Okay? There's one, and then I am also gonna stamp it on actual watercolor paper so you can see how different it looks. It depends so much on the paper than anything else. Okay. And I'm pressing hard because this watercolor paper has a lot of texture. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. These are great stamps, I'm going to tell you. They stamp fantastically. You do have to season them. I usually season them with a white eraser. And let me show you really quick. So once you get a new stamp, you get a white eraser and you just pass it like this. And that would season them. And you will see that the actual shine that the stamp comes with will go away. Okay. I have a flat 10 and a round 5. Flat 10 and a round 5. I am water pipette. And this time we're going to be working with the Peerless watercolors. If you've never played with Peerless watercolors, so they're transparent colors. They're not opaque. They're very, very transparent. You can mix them beautifully. They come in a paper. And the watercolor is attached to here. So either they actually recommend for you to tear a little bit piece and put water to that and then grab it like that. But most of the time I just bring my paintbrush to the paper and just grab a little bit of color and put it on my palette. The only problem with that is that you need to be very aware that you do not close the pamphlet while it's still wet, okay? I am thinking about this paper. I don't know how I feel about this paper, but maybe. Yeah, so I'm going to try to do one of them with this color palette. So it's going to be in the oranges and like raspberry color. Okay. So I am going to pick up my brilliant yellow. Thinking of grabbing my deep yellow and my orange yellow. And fresh tint. No, I'm gonna grab the geranium pink and the japonica scarlet. Which I think the last time I tried to pull this one, it wouldn't pull out. So I'll use it out of this one, out of the package. Okay, and I'm gonna put this so it can help. I am going to start with my lightest color, which is this guy. And I am going to put a tiny bit of water. Okay. And I'm going to do the flat brush. The only reason I'm going to do the flat brush is because I want to add some texture. And I find it easier to add texture when I'm using my flat brush. See how bright that is? Okay. I'm going to grab, I'm going to put a little bit more. And remember, this is very transparent. So I am going to go with like a light wash. Okay. Light wash. See how adding just water made that yellow so light. Okay. Adding a little bit to my, where you hold it. Okay. And that is for the non-watercolor paper. Let's see how my watercolor paper reacts. And this is dry to dry. You barely got no marks of my paintbrush on my watercolor paper. None whatsoever. So you can see the strokes here on my non-watercolor paper, but nothing on my watercolor paper. Okay, I'm gonna put it away. So that was my lightest color. Coming back with a little bit of a darker. I'm gonna dip my paintbrush in the water, grab a little bit, and I'm actually mixing it with the color, the previous color. Why do I do this? And I think I mentioned this in the video that before. So what I'm trying to do is, if you don't know if the water color that you are painting, or in any medium, if it's gonna go with the value of the colors that you're using, if you mix it with one of your previous colors, then you would know for a fact that they're gonna go together now because they're integrated. Okay, so I'm just doing little marks here and there. Yeah. Okay. And I'm dabbing. I'm looking for texture. Okay. I'm gonna go with the same color. So remember, this is still a little bit dry, wet. Not much, but it's still gonna act like it's wet. So I can add. Okay. Up in here. Very, very soft color. It's gonna rinse it. Let's see if I can show you. Okay. The one on the left is my non-watercolor. This one on the right is my watercolor. Okay. And if you think that is too stark in terms of the blending, just add a little bit of water. Okay. Will disappear. Blend it in. Okay. I'm done with that new color. Which a little bit was still yellow, but a little bit more into it. I'm going to go, this is my darkest color. I'm going to grab a little bit of water, tiny bit, because I know this is potent. I'm going to try the tiny bit. I want you to see how little bit I took. Okay. I'll put it over here. I'm going to mix it with my previous color. And that's going to make them, again, the value is going to continue and it's going to go one with the other one. And it's going to be amazing. So I'm going to put my shadow there. And I'm going to go same thing here. Okay. Okay. This is more of a graphic look, like cartoonish. This is more soft watercolor look. Okay. Add a little bit down here. Down here. Okay. I like it. I have a lot more yellow than orange, so I'm going to add a little bit more of the orange. And, oops, that's not the paintbrush I want. This is my paintbrush. And grab a little bit, mixing it with the previous color that I had there. Okay. I'm going to go here. Just darkening this a little bit more. I'm going to need a little bit more. Oh, there it is. Much better. That was, the other one had way too much. Oh, so remember, so this, you don't know, you didn't see this, but a little bit of time has passed. So I know for a fact that right now this paper is super dry. So I am just getting it a little bit wet. Okay. So I am keep doing my wet on wet. Okay. Because if not, it's going to react completely different. So I'm adding a little bit more that orange. Turn it over. A little bit of the orange here. Okay. Okay. A little bit of the orange there. Okay. Oops. Okay. Good. Add a little bit here. Remember, this is the non-watercolor paper, so you're going to end up with way more darkest lines and strokes, which I don't mind, but you need to be aware that that's what's going to happen. Okay. Okay. I'm good with that. I am going to go now to, I think I'm going to do raspberry or pink around everything. I'm gonna move my orange away. I still have a little bit of the orange here, so I'm not getting rid of that. I don't know what happened there. Okay, so water, red. It's like a light pink. Ooh, I love that. Okay. That's a little bit of the yellow, orange, which is fine. Okay, I'm gonna start working on the background. And I am dabbing, 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 just creating texture, okay? So this is not a perfect science at all. And yes, it does have a little bit of that orange. Why do we have, I added that little bit of that orange? Well, to make sure the values continue to match. This pink, I'm not picking much color. There it is. Okay, it's more like very orangey. So I don't mind adding a little bit over here because it's this pink. It's very, very orange. Come back over here. Grab a little bit of that pink. There's my pink. Where have you been? Okay, I'm going to my. Now I'm working on my watercolor. Again, I'm dabbing. I'm not being super careful. I just want to add some texture. And if this is a tag that you're going to be giving like in a gift or something, you probably, the way I'm doing it, I'm probably getting some color in the back of this tag. So you could either, one, not care. Or two, you could really do like a second tag and glue it on the back. You can actually color the back, and add more colors since you already had a little bit. So I have some of that. I don't know if you can see it. I'm moving back. Now I'm gonna go to my red. This, I know it's gonna be super vibrant. I added it to my pink. Adding a little bit of water, and I'm keeping it outside. So this is gonna be my dark, and I'm just adding texture. Oops, there's a little bit there. Keeping the lighter color, right? The one that I added water. Okay. And remember that already had some of my orange that I started with. Okay, let's move to my watercolor. Again, staying with it. As you can tell, like I'm getting a little bit in my image. I really don't. I'm not very like it doesn't matter to me if it gets messy. I love messy. So far, I like it. I like it a lot. I still have a little bit of this color. And I'm gonna go I'm angling my brush. And I'm just the smallest amount. Okay. Just the smallest amount. Okay. And just the smallest amount here to the rim, to the inside. Okay. Oops, to the inside. I really hope that was in the camera. If not, I apologize. Again, doing it again just in case. So, just adding a little bit more shading, okay? You can bring in a little bit. Okay, like a second line. Okay, that looks so cute. I'm like adding little dabs, little lines here and there to create texture. Okay, I'm gonna put that one there. And I'm gonna go a little bit darker here on this guy. Okay. 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 Like that. I'm gonna go back to my lighter color, mix it with a little bit. And I'm gonna go right here. Okay. Right there. Looks like literally like this is like feather touching, okay? Like there is so little pressure I'm putting into these, like coloring a little bit of the inside of the cup here, the inside of the cup here. Those two are looking fabulous. I like it. I'm gonna clean up my pen brush. And that looks pretty clean. Let me bring them up so you can see them. This one is the non-watercolor. This one is the watercolor paper. Okay, we're gonna do now the let me clean up everything, and then I'm going to do the whipped cream and the straws. Oof, and I unfortunately did not put away my chamois. Right now my chamois is dry. That's okay. Just need to remove some of this color so I don't put my hand on it, because I am known for that. Let me look for my gray color. I have a really nice grain here. This is my wisteria. This is my pearl gray. And I'm going to change paintbrushes. I have a little bit more control with this. Ooh, that has a little bit of red. Okay, this still has a little bit of red. Has a little bit of red, and I don't want red on my whipped cream. Almost, I wanted a strawberry whipped cream, but the time has come and gone to pick a strawberry whipped cream, because then I probably would have done the background on that color. Okay, a little bit of my gray. It's a very potent gray called pearl gray. Has a lot of violet. This gray, okay? So if you think that you're like, I don't know what she's talking about, that's not gray, that is a lilac. You're seeing right. I do this a lot. So when my paintbrush has a lot of water, I'll use my hand to not only take away some of the water and test, but also to grab some of the water, okay? So it's going to be a little bit hard to see. I apologize, but now the whipped cream is white, so this is going to be very, very, very subtle. Will I be able to see it better? Watercolor? Not really. But in real life, you can see it, okay? Okay. I put a little bit more darker color. I'm going to put the darker color right there. I mixed it with the tiniest amount of water. I just want a little bit of a, like a shadow. See, there you see it. Since this is not watercolor, it's going to give me a time to blend it a little bit, but I'm okay with that. See, in the watercolor paper, it doesn't even, you can't even tell very much so where I put that line of gray, because it was wet on wet. So it really just blended in. Okay, let me show you again. Non-watercolor paper, watercolor paper, right? Let's see, so the light can hit it better. Okay. So now for the straw. I really struggle with the straws. I still feel like this is not raspberry enough. Like I needed more of that red. I'm gonna go back to my red. Here's my red. It's called Japonica or Japonica Scarlet. And yes, I am using my gray to mix my red. Because remember what? If you mix it with one of your colors, you end up with something that matches your colors and values. And this is, you can tell how it's puddling in there. I'm going to do two things. If you have too much water, get a dry paintbrush, grab it. It will absorb the water because paintbrushes love water. So as soon as you put it to something that has water, it will absorb it, okay? Okay. Okay. Still too much water. I should have probably done this. Get some of the water out, okay? There it is. That is the amount of water I wanted. I'm going back to get a little bit more. Okay. Okay. I'll go here. Some much darker color. This is not watercolor paper. I'm gonna go back to my color, bring pure of that color, and I am really gonna be like touching the watercolor paper. Okay. I'm gonna touch it here. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna blend it a little bit more with some water here. Blend it a little bit so it's a little stark. Okay. Okay. This is a different red. So I wonder if this red will look good here. I'm gonna add it. I kind of like it. It's like a brick red. And people play with them. Play with the colors that you can create. Like, it was already a waste, right? Any color that was here was a waste. So why not try it and see? I got that really cool, like, brick color out of what? Out of my red and the gray. Right? Grab a little bit more. Still adding. You can keep adding and taking out. Like, okay. I think those are pretty much done. I want to make the straws a little bit darker. I do not trust my eyeballing and because I stamp into, I use my stamp an acrylic block, so I don't trust myself stamping exactly in the same time. So what I'm gonna do is I literally am going to go with a pen. Yes, people. I'm gonna go with a pen. Oh, I could even do, oh, how about this? Oh, that would be fun. So, okay. This is an aquarelle Stabilo, all in black. If you have never played with these, oh my god, what a treat these are. So these, like, darkest black from a pencil you will ever get is this guy. Oh, it's like divine. Like, seriously divine. So I'm just coloring like any other pencil I would do. Okay. Now I am going to look for like tiny paintbrush. I think it's, yep, this is a 000. I don't mind that my water has a little bit of red in it because I'm telling you, this Stabilo all is so dark. It's not gonna matter. You can kind of see it every time I touch it. Because I didn't color all of it. I colored like little bits and pieces here and there. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. Like it literally is such a dark black once you color it. I really hope you can see the difference. The Stabilo, super amazing pencil. You never tried it? Try it. It's so cute. It's you can also like scribble it on your paper and grab it. Like, okay. See? And we're not going, at least I'm not going for perfection. I think mind you, I'm trying to do my best. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not going for perfection because if you're trying for perfection, you might never be happy with your work. So just have fun, color here, just following some of the lines, making it darker here, darker there. And just using this tiny bit of stabilo that I put in here. Scribble a little bit more. Get a little more water. And I'm using just the smallest amount of water and people, okay? Like, seriously, the smallest. Okay? Look at the lines. See? And it just pops out of the tag. So let's do the same thing. There's this little guy here. Instead of going with the pencil first, I'm just gonna grab it from the mat because it's already there. And it's not that I have like the best control ever over this 000, but I'm pretty used to it. Okay. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Grab a little bit more. Get my pen brush wet. I'm gonna start right here with my whipped cream. Barely, like seriously, like barely touching it, okay? Like, I just want to, especially because this is my cartoon look. Like, I don't want to mess up those sketchy lines that the stamp creates. Okay. They're so fun. Like, I really like this. Okay. Perfect. Okay. I love it. Love, 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 love. Cleaning my paintbrush before I put it away. That's my 000. Putting away my Stabilo all in black. That one comes, I know for a fact, in navy blue, black, and red. Have them all. Love them all. And I think that's going to be my tag. What do you guys think? I don't think this is going to look very good with this paper. Did not match very well. But I like the actual tag. So I will use the tag. I'm thinking... I am thinking that maybe I need like some polka dots or something here. Okay, I'm going to go for it. Told you, like... I don't usually plan very well my cards. I just like when I'm doing a card, I'm like planning just maybe what stamp I'm gonna use. Maybe if I want to use specific paper, but not much. Like if I have to change my plans, I have no issue changing it. Notice that I'm going on a diagonal. I'm just trying to keep something. I would find it a cup, like a Target. Okay. Okay. And I'm gonna go one more here. Okay. A little bit more around. And it's gonna need one that it's gonna go like over here. Okay. It's gonna probably need one that goes over here too. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to that bit of red that I have, and I'm gonna mix it with my stabilo that I had, just to create a bit of a shadow. So I have a little shadow under my circles. Chin, chin, chin. A little shadow there. A little shadow there. Oh my god, that is so cute. Adorable. I really like it. I'm done with that one. I think I'm not going to do much with the other one because I may end up stamping a sentiment on top of that tag. Let me clean up again so I can show you better what the end result is on those tags. Okay. Again, on the left, my non-watercolor paper. On the right, my watercolor paper. And I use my colorless blender watercolors, Pureless watercolor blenders. And just have fun. Okay. Again, these tags are for tag a day. I'm playing with Danny from Danny's Dream. And thank you for coming. And I hope that you like my content and you subscribe. Bye.